Hi, it's Amy and this is Mothercraft. So today we have another crayon craft for all of those broken bits and pieces of crayons that you find around. Save them! You can actually use them for a few different things. One thing that I saw that you can do is you can put them into muffin tins and reform them, stick them in the oven to melt it, reform them into reusable crayons that are, you know, sort of disc shapes. We tried it, they're really hard to draw with, so, you know, whatever, we're moving on. Today, instead, we are going to make lip balm. We are going to, I know it sounds super weird, crayon lip balm, why would I do that? Well, crayons are non-toxic because all the children out there totally eat crayons and they're not even smoking anything. So, what you need for this lip balm is some coconut oil, and you want to make sure that you have the kind that is solid at room temperature. You're going to need some of those crayon bits. So this is 1.5 crayons in here. A spoon, a rag for the inevitable spill, and then a little container to put it in. Alright, so why don't we take a quick break and, you know, we're just gonna go melt the coconut oil. Alright, we are back from a little trip to the microwave. We just needed to melt our coconut oil, make it all nice and liquidy. And so while it's warm, this is the only instruction. You just throw on in your crayon. And I thought it was weird that it didn't say to like break it up in tiny pieces or anything, so we'll see. We can always throw it back in our friend the microwave again.
The microwave keeps secrets.
But it is already, they are starting to melt a little, and they are starting to turn it a pink color. So, you know, who knows, this might work. And it smells really good because it's coconut oil. And so I'm looking at the, whoa. As I keep stirring, it's definitely, I mean, they're melting, and it's changing the color of the oil, but man, what a weird color. Like, I used pink, you can even still see it, there's a pink crayon, and this is turning orange. So I was actually talking about how earlier, some of the crayons in our household may possibly be from the 80s. That's just a thing. That's a thing when you get to be my age and you're crafty, and when you were a kid you were kind of like a little overprotective of your stuff and kind of like took way too good of care of all of your stuff. Like, cause who has crayons from the 80s still? That's uncalled for. Alright, well, so, I mean, it's working. It's definitely melting. I don't know, it seems like it's gonna take a little bit of work to get this smooth. And that was what was really funny, was there was all these reviews that said how silky smooth this this is for chapstick. Chapstick's got the angle. Sorry, that was not a product drop at all. So I'm still confused as to, yeah, it's not getting totally smooth, and also why are you orange? Why are you orange? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Oh my god. So at this point, Mothercraft has been a series of failed crafts. We're letting you know, hey, this doesn't work all that great. Don't make this, you know, like during Teacher Appreciation Week for your kid's teacher and be like, hey, do you want some carrot orange lip balm for when you walk the streets at night to make ends meet because teachers aren't paid enough? Aww. Just saying. I'm gonna keep at it though. I think what we're gonna do though is that the coconut oil does need to cool down in order to solidify. So maybe what we'll do is pour it through a strainer into our container before we, I don't know. Should we just try it? Maybe we should just try it. Let's just try it. Let's just do it. Okay, so hopefully the chunks will just stay at the bottom. Oh, snap. Did she just do that, you guys? Did she just, like, totally get all that into the container and hardly any all over the table? Just, like, a tiny bit all over the table? Whatever.
Good job, Amy.
So, you know, I mean, no, I was about to say it doesn't look that bad once it's in the container, but I'm... That's not true. That's not the case. Maybe once it solidifies. Let's pop it into the freezer and we'll see what happens, okay? Yeesh. It's like when Marge got shot with the rifle that was set to whore.
Oh, you've got it set on whore.
We kept stirring and stirring, and I put it in the microwave again just to see if I could get those last few little bits of crayon melted, and they don't seem to go away. So I'm not sure if you need to like maybe put it in a blender or something, but that seems like an awful mess. So the color is terrible. I think again maybe I'll just blame the quality of crayons that I have. Weak crayons right there. Of course pink equals orange. Or, you know, I mean, yeah, that makes... Anyway, but, you know, I mean, it's, aside from the atrocious color, you know, it's, I don't know. Hey, that's a good lip balm. Alright, whatever. Again, this is Amy at Mothercraft with one more halfway successful project. I had a good time with you. I hope you had a good time too. Please forward us your suggestions, any crafts that you've done that have gone awry. We love to get some pictures of that. We would love to know what you want to see us crafting in the future.
Mothercraft has been brought to you by the continued disappointment of dollar store crayons, the Oregon recreational marijuana laws, and teachers. Don't just appreciate them for a day, appreciate them for the whole week.